Welcome, everybody, to another week of No Grandmas Allowed. If your grandma was watching this show, it'll be like a Scientologist, a halal butcher in Wuhan. It just wouldn't make sense.
Ha!
You're joined with Imran and JJ.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. What's happening, Bray?
Don't you hate it? You know what? I gotta ask you a question.
Here we go. Off the bat, huh? We're getting right into it, huh?
What is it that you like doing for a hobby?
Art.
Do you like, is it like where you like doing things that keep you busy, or what's it like? Oh, no, let me take a guess. Is it more like, okay, are you annoyed?
Okay. A little bit already.
Okay, so I hate it when someone asks you a question, like, for example, hey, what is it that you do for work again? Okay, and while you're answering, they're answering for you. Oh, like, bro, trust me, like, this really annoyed me last week. All right, I was speaking to someone. Okay, you know who you are out there. You're 69, get it right. And he goes, he goes, what is it that you do for work again? And I'm like, oh, well, it's like online marketing. And then straight away, oh, is that where like you have a website? And on that website, you do things with the, yeah, well, let me explain. So it's like, and then after that, and I'm like, hey, I go, then you go, and then I go. Yeah. So it goes like that. You play ping pong? Bing bong.
I like ping pong. Discotheques.
You're 69. Get it right.
Yep. I fucking hate cunts like that. Bro, just shut up, bro. Let me explain what I do. You ask. Let me answer it. Fuck, we did. Oh, what do you do for work? Okay, okay. For example, this guy goes, "Oh, what do you do for work?" I go, back in the days, I go, "I'm a security guard." Oh man, like at clubs? I go, "Yeah." Oh, so pretty much like you could arrest people. I go, "No, I'm not a cop." I go, "I'm a security guard." Oh man, I bet you got into a lot of fights, huh? Yeah, it's like, it's like pretty much training, eh? It's like martial arts training, being a sec, being a bouncer. I go, well, no, it's not. It's called work. You know what I mean? I'm not punching off everyone that's there, bro. Fuck me dead.
It's like, oh, I'm a bouncer. Oh, so you're a undercover cop, right? Like, how do you jump to that, bro?
I'm a bouncer. Okay, so you're AFP. Bro, what?
Well, it's like, hey, watch me let my imagination run wild while I'm asking you a question.
Yeah. Dumb cunt. Or they try to relate what they do with you. So when I was a bouncer, this guy was working as fucking a finance manager. He goes, man, it's pretty much the same. Like you refuse entry to patrons, and I sometimes decline people with mortgages. I'm like, well, no, what the fuck? It's got nothing to do with it.
It's like, oh yeah, last week I saw in my security job, I saw someone get stabbed, and it was crazy. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, it's like that time when I saw that guy get declined on a mortgage, and he got angry.
Man, just like the way he got that stamp with decline on it, went boof. It was like getting shamed. What?
Get a brain. What in your mortgage? A brain. Brain.
Yeah, your brain. Get a brain. Hey, do you have rocks in the brain?
Your brain?
Your brain? Such a woke thing. You smart like shit.
Shit. Okay, how's this? All right, you want to hear some interesting cultural differences? Okay, they have a product here in the UK called Mr. Brain's pork faggots.
I'm already angry. Go on.
This is stupidity on like multiple levels. First of all, Mr. Brain, hey, got no brain. Get brain. Yeah.
Pork haram.
What a shit name for a product. Two, like it's
infidel.
It's a mixture of different meats. That's what it is. It's like a patty. It looks like a beef patty.
Yeah.
And it's a mixture of all these different meats. Who the fuck calls something like that faggots? All right.
Well, then again, the British used to call cigarettes fags. What a fag. They created the language to make it more difficult for themselves. I don't get it, fucking.
Well, I don't get it either. It's like, okay, I'm going to go out and smoke a fag. But immediately, as soon as I hear someone say, I'm going to go out and smoke a fag, all I imagine is...
Hey, why am I on fire? Stop inhaling my butthole.
No, it's like, not even that. He's really flamboyant and gay, and he's completely planking like this horizontally. Someone's holding him, and he's like, what are you doing?
I was gonna say, so it's like this, and the guy, every time he fucking takes a drag, the kid goes, whoa.
Whoa. It's like a roller coaster. Wah. But you know what's funny? Like, even the name of the product packaging, like, it just sounds like Mr. Brain is someone who porks faggots. That's what it sounds like to me.
That's fucking weird. England's weird. But I definitely want to come up there, man. I definitely want to travel to England. Just for like a day. I really have no interest in traveling to Europe. I just want to go to a soccer game and go back. That's it.
Yeah, it's good. Even though I've never been. So anyway, moving on.
You fuck. Man, these transitions are smooth.
Yeah, that's how we do it. We're so professional now. Yeah, man, I really would like soccer games. Anywho, back in the day.
Anyway.
Zoom, okay? Unrelated story.
Go on.
It was a couple of episodes ago, I think I said that I mentioned a teacher that was in high school, okay? Alpha Phillip High School in Parramatta, Miss Wong. If this lady's still alive, I'm telling you, not human and has figured out some evil fountain of immortality somewhere. This lady is fucking evil, dude. Did you ever have her as a teacher?
No, but she runs the Communist Party in China.
I wouldn't be surprised. Bro, the first, so my brother went to our high school, right? About 10 years before us. My first day in Miss Wong's class, I sat there. I've never met her before. All right. She's going through roll call. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then she goes, whoever. And then she gets to my name. Okay. Iram Akpala. She goes, Akpala? Oh, like this, bro. And stops at my name to have this conversation. She goes, your brother Dennis? And I'm like, yeah.
Fuck, she still remembers. Like,
bro, she remembered, man. She fucking remembered. And then I was like, oh shit, I didn't even realize my reputation was already tainted before I even started there. She goes, oh, okay.
Your brother's cool, man.
Yeah, he's cool, but she's so evil, she'll turn anyone evil. And I go, yeah, that's my brother's Dennis. And she's like, oh, okay. No. Bro, that first lesson, all right, I thought I could just clown around a bit. I don't know who it was. I was looking or talking to someone, and immediately she walks straight up to my desk, all right, grabs my pencil case. I know, right? Pencil case. Nerd. Fucking launches it on the floor. All my shit goes everywhere.
It deserves it.
What the fuck? I go, miss, what are you doing? She goes, what am I doing? What are you doing? Like,
bro, you gave her... She's getting flashbacks of your brother. She's like, fool me once. Nah.
Yeah. What am I doing? Crazy bitch. But anyway, so I wanted to get this story. She was so evil that I just really wanted to fuck with her, okay? And she wasn't with the lingo. She couldn't say my name properly. Iram. Yeah. All right?
I know, and it's an easy name, to be honest.
I'm easy. And then, so Fatih and I, we get to class late one time, a mate of mine, right? We get to class late, and she goes, why you late? I go, miss, immediately I remember this line from the movie High School High. I go, miss, we're late because the bell rang before we got here. And first of all, everyone in class is shocked. A couple of people are like, and then Fatih standing next to me speechless, and she goes, oh, okay, sit down.
Bro, I used to come late every time, bro. Every fucking time. It got to a point where I had a good relationship with the late call lady. I used to rock up. She goes, what was it now, JJ? Train was late. Your mum slept in. What was it? I go, just pick whichever one you want. It's up to you. And she'd be like, all right, I got this. Trains were late. Like, she used to just do it for me. Like, she just got over it.
You're so comedy.
But fuck, bro. Okay, last night, I was taking the trash out. I was taking the bins out. Because I don't know what it is, but I remember there was a meme on TikTok or Instagram, I can't remember where this guy, he takes the trash out at night time, puts the rubbish in the bin, and runs back to the door, and there's someone chasing him. I swear, I feel like that every time, bro, that someone's chasing me, and you gotta see, I'm like a full crack, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get back to my fucking door, and I'm just sweating now, heart's racing. I'm like, why? There's no reason for this. Bro, do you ever get that? I don't know why.
I used to have that a lot when I was younger, and after watching a scary movie or whatever, I always used to think like the ring girl was at the end of the hallway or somewhere. You know, I always used to think that as soon as I turn the light off, I'm vulnerable to attack. How does that work? Like, oh, okay, I can get hurt in the dark, but in the light, I'm safe.
Yeah, you're good. You're good in the light. That's what I used to think of it as well. Don't worry. That, and if I've got noise. So I used to always have my TV on, or I used to have my headset, something to preoccupy me. So I'm like, evil spirits will leave me alone because I'm preoccupied with fucking a podcast.
the logic behind it doesn't work. Like, I think Louis C.K. said this once in one of his skits, okay, and I love this skit. He goes, I heard a noise in my kitchen and it sounded like there was a witch there, okay? So I didn't go to the kitchen for like a couple of hours. And then it occurred to me, like, if a witch was there, it wouldn't just be standing there like that for a couple of hours after it made noise. It's just so illogical.
I remember when I got my cat for the first couple of months, but she was just getting me all paranoid because I never let her sleep in my room, so I used to close the door. And she was like 3-4 months old kitten, and she used to always fucking launch things off the fucking kitchen counter. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting in my room paranoid with the baseball bat in my hand going, there's someone in the fucking house. There's someone in the fucking... I'm about to launch. I run out and I see her. She just buckles and there's like all these fucking pots and pans all over the ground. Fuck, man.
What the hell? What chaos, bro? Like...
Bro, it's like she goes like this. Oh, is it 1 a.m.? Let me bother everyone. I love it. Shout out to Yasin. Did you watch the UFC this weekend?
Nope.
No. I thought so. Let me give you a little brief update about the UFC.
That's why I didn't watch it, so you can explain it on the podcast.
Great fights. Probably one of the best UFC cards in a while. Or maybe because I haven't seen a fight in a while due to this coronavirus thing. There was no one in the crowd. All the fighters got tested. The commentators, media, everyone got tested. I'm telling you, if there was a crowd there, it would have been electrifying. Every fight was bloody. It was... Oh, bro. Everything was on point. Loved it. Justin Gaethje became the interim champion. He's going to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. And, what do you call it? Dominic Cruz lost against Henry Cejudo. You don't know who they are. People might that are listening might know who they are. I guarantee your jiu-jitsu coach would know who they are.
So what was are these what are they, prelims?
So these were the two main events.
Okay.
So Henry Cejudo was the bantamweight champion. He beat Dominic Cruz. I think it was the second round knockout or third round knockout, something like that. And then the lightweight interim title, Justin Gaethje, fucking heavy as hands, bro. Just every shot that he took against Ferguson, anyone would have got knocked out. Ferguson copped every haymaker to the face. He broke his orbital in his eye. Shit. Yeah, so he had to get surgery straight away, emergency surgery straight away.
Oh wow!
After the fight.
So normally in UFC, how does it go with all the fights? Is it normally like the last 3 or 4 are quite the most interesting?
This is where the UFC dominates the combat sports industry, is that from start to finish, they make sure every fight's a good fight. It's not like boxing where the undercard fights are up-and-comers or part-time fighters. No, every fighter in the UFC has a contract and every fighter is a good fighter. That's what they live up to. That's why, bro, I get up early in the morning and watch all 14, 15 fights because they're all great.
Right, that's good. Good entertainment.
There's a fighter called Francis Ngannou. Bro, he just tapped the guy and he went to bed. Went to sleep. The guy went to sleep. He's like the African Hulk.
Was it shocking to see as soon as the guy knocked out?
No one was surprised that that guy got knocked out because Ngannou has the strongest punches in the world.
Ngannou.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou. He talks like this. I love it, bro. He'll be the next heavyweight champion, I guarantee it.
Right, okay. So good weekend for UFC. Good to hear that some sports starting up again. That's cool.
Yeah.
should we start our next installment of the commentating game?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So just a quick roundup for everyone watching the video. The rules are just here. All right, and this week we are doing a really popular sport that we are super duper into and know exactly what we're talking about. It's curling. Here we go.
Yes.
And we're off. And this guy has got a thing in his hand that he's pushing forward. And now the camera's still on him. The funny part about this is they should be showing the other guys, but they're still showing this bloke. Okay, this is how fast that we can clean at home, and we're going to do this even faster and faster. Check me out. I'm going up and down. I'm practicing for my left arm, but mainly for the right, because you know what I'm going to use it for later. You know what's funny about this? I have no idea what's going on. Okay, we'll just say these guys are cheating a little bit because they've just kicked it with their foot after doing it for that long. I don't think that's allowed. Guys, someone call the umpire. All right, we've got Norgie, and he's shaking hands with Floggy. All right, okay, another hard death stare. For some reason, all of these guys competing at the moment are really angry or either really focused. Surely you don't need to be... You know what? This guy's doing that without any ice skating boots on. Doesn't anyone want to tell him that that's wrong? Anyway, these guys... Okay, no one's swiping. Don't you guys want to start doing it? You guys are going to do the thing. Up and down. No one's doing it. These guys have figured it out. These guys are cheating. For sure, they are cheating. And that's what I see here. Norgie and Floggy now only one of them's doing it. There's no teamwork. No teamwork or whatsoever. I'm out of breath, I think. That's it.
Bro, that looks difficult to do, bro.
Yeah.
So commentating on this, not the sport. The sport's easy.
I know, bro. I'm more tired commentating than fuck.
Because I'm gasping for oxygen, bro, just listening to that.
I try. It's hard, but you know what's challenging? Trying to make this interesting.
What the fuck? I'm fucking nervous, eh?
So say thank you. Okay, now it's JJ's round.
Let's do this.
JJ, when you're ready, take it away. Is it
Okay,
playing?
we have Great Britain versus looks like Switzerland, and you got Yannick. Oh, good roll. Look at these boys go. Go white. Man, they must be really good at brushing their teeth. They should be super white, bro. Oh, he's got it. It's on the white dot, man. I can't believe this is an Olympic sport. Well done to Switzerland. That was pretty good. That was entertaining. Oh man, so good. Okay, now we got Great Britain's Harry Potter. And, sorry, it's Ross White. My bad, Ross White. Look at it, man, acne problems to the max. And now we got now we're gonna go scrubbing. Let's go scrubbing, boys. Let's go. Scrub. He keeps scrubbing. His other mate is super lazy. How the fuck do you make the team? I cannot believe this. Oh my god, he keeps scrubbing. No, accidents happen. Oh no. Now no one's on the dot. He can't see properly. He's got vision problems because he's wearing glasses. I can't believe what the hell just happened there. Oh my god. Look at that. He kept wiping. His other mate was like, you know what, I'm not bothered. Selfish teammate. He just went for, you know what he did? All he did was he made it to the Olympics to get to the Olympic Village and bang all the hot chicks there. Unbelievable.
Okay. So, I actually really enjoyed that. Because it's such an anticlimax of a sport, bro. It's not fun at all.
You don't know what to say. Okay, white.
Okay, here's the thing. I would actually play this because it looks interesting and fun, but
yeah.
As far as like a fun group friend sport, that's as far as it goes for me.
Bro, it's a pub game.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm rounding up the tally, and I think I definitely had more errors than you did. So JJ is the best commentator.
Yeah.
And I, again, this week am the fuckwit commentator.
Fuckwit commentator, Imran's a fuckwit commentator, he sucks all the dicks, he sucks all the dicks. Sucks dicks, fuckwit commentator dicks.
Spewing because I've really put in a lot of effort and I'm already tired, huh?
That was fun, man.
That was, yeah, I actually enjoyed that.
You know what? It really is challenging trying to make that entertaining.
Yeah. I've got a little surprise. So we've got some messages from some of our viewers already. They've sent us in some messages. So questions from viewers. We've got this guy's name is R34_ for your dad to your mum. Quite a name. That's someone's name apparently. He says, "Hey JJ, can you please stop interrupting Imran with your immature burping and ignorance?" Okay.
That's not a question.
I know.
That's just a straight insult.
I mean, I guess thanks for thinking about me, whoever you are, R34 from your dad to your mum, but, JJ, how much would you take that into consideration?
You know what? I will take it into consideration. I'll be more considerate. I'm sorry, man. Next time I'll piss on the screen.
Oh, fucking hell. You know what you just did there? Have you seen Major Payne? There's a scene in Major Payne where he goes, "I'm sorry, you're just a little turd that can't hold your liquid out in public." That's what you just did to me.
That's it. Fuck that guy. Shout out. Thank you for listening.
All right, so, and then we've got, what the fuck is with these names? Doing 180 all over your daughter Daisy says...
That caught me off guard. Go on.
It's pretty creative names here. Imran, we love your positive attitude and your pleasant smile. Oh, thank you. But seriously, when are you going to do something about your hair? You are starting to look like a dried out used mop.
You do, bro. You fucking son looks like Sideshow Bob.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
So, what do you reckon? Are you going to do something about your hair? Do a mullet, bro.
Well, I don't know. At the moment, I'm still at a crossroads because I'm enjoying this do, but it's going to get longer and uglier. Like,
what
our
do?
mate Kadir, shout out to Kadir, he says I look like Morty from Click.
Bro, what do? Like, how are you happy with that hair?
I think it gives me a good structure to my head. Look at it, look.
No, it doesn't. Get a mullet. You look professional then.
Thank you for giving me some suggestions, but you haven't changed my mind. Moving on to the next one. So this is from, who are these people, bro? Your mum _ does the boys and his mates says.
Because this sounds like are all these users of me? Go on. What did that guy say?
Can you guys please do a high intensity version of commentating on lawn bowls? Yeah?
Yeah, done. Next week we'll do it.
Next week we're doing lawn bowls thank you for your mum _ does the boys and his mates.
Yep, thank you.
And we've got one more. I think this one's for you, Jay. Fred rolls your sister like bread. That's another person. We've got. The fuck. So Fred rolls his sister like bread says for Sehun. That's how he wrote say space hoon. Saw that on Instagram you have a cat. I think you're a pussy. Yeah. No offense. Get the pun? Ha ha ha. Meow meow ha ha. Bro, what is this, huh?
Cuz, who the fuck are these people and why is he insulting my cat?
Well, here's the thing. See, if I had a bigger list to choose from, I would, but these are the only ones that we've got.
Yeah, bro, you know what? I'm proud of every username. Thank you. And having a cat does not make me a pussy. Okay? Fucking Mike Tyson has a tiger. Tiger's a big cat. So you calling him a pussy? Think about it.
Cool. Good feedback there. Very interesting. And a good point. You know, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you all the way. I don't know where
good points. Wait, good points? We'll see about that. But good usernames. Thanks for the comments and thanks for the questions and thanks for your insults.
Yeah, that was questions. All right. So moving on to our next segment, news and opinion. News and opinion.
Welcome to Channel 9 News. First topic on hand is China puts a ban on meat from Australia due to the tensions between the two countries. What the Australian Prime Minister said was the Chinese or that specific lab or something. I think it was talking that the Chinese government should be under inquiry due to the coronavirus outbreak because we want someone to, we want to blame someone for it. And because it started in China, we want the Chinese government to be under investigation and see how the hell this outbreak happened. So China got insulted and said, you know what? We're not going to buy your meat no more. Done. We're gonna try to ruin your economy that way. So yeah, there's a lot of tension between them two.
Doing it locally, or they just said we're not buying your meat.
They're not going to import our meat to their country.
Right.
But this is the thing, okay? The Chinese pretty much own a lot of the land in Australia, so technically we're like Hong Kong. So hey, I've been trying to learn Mandarin because probably in the next 5 years we're going to probably need it. Racism.
But you know what though? Like there's how many billion Chinese speaking people in the world? Like it's got to be 3 billion.
Just 3 of them.
There's just 3 people. So yeah, I can see why you want to learn it. It's not a dying language at all. that doesn't make sense.
We just the Australian government just like, hey bro, we just want to know, and they went, yeah, you want to fuck on me, and then that's it, bang. Bro, the best is what I heard. So instead of calling it coronavirus, this guy called it the Wuhan Weasel. Bro, I died when I heard that.
To me, sounds like the Wu-Tang Clan plus a fart. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay. Joke rules.
Okay. I've got one. So, I saw... So a 51-year-old was sentenced to 18 months probation with a conviction recorded. 18 months probation, okay, with a conviction.
Mm-hmm.
She was riding... So this would be good for you. She was riding her horse, Skippy, drunk. She blew more than 4 times over the limit, and she was at a bottle-o getting more alcohol.
Wait, so she galloped to the bottle-o. Oh my god.
She fucking trotted to the bottle-o.
And then they random breath tested her for that?
Yeah, so they refused for her to get any alcohol. They banned her from getting any alcohol. Yeah. And the cops also tested her. And she blew 4 times over the limit. She was thrashed. And she was on her horse. And the horse's name is Skippy.
So the cop went, okay, you're over the limit. You can't gallop this horse no more. Pull the horse over, and can you call someone else to drive this horse back to your house? Huh? What?
Bro, you know what? I'd like to think that's exactly what happened.
So there's been a massive increase in bats in Australia since January. I think 200,000 bats have come to the eastern side of Australia, the east coast of Australia. Queensland alone had about 150,000 bats come in to like suburbs because I think there's like shortage of food or something. They're getting attacked from somewhere, so they came here. And I kind of understand because there's been a lot more bats in our neighborhood as well. So in previous podcasts, I told you how there's always bats at the front of my house, and every time I try to get to the car, no matter how much I know that they're there, we still get scared because they still fly straight past us.
Such an intense scenario, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, I freak the fuck out every time because it gets, I don't know how bats make noises. And I just buckle, bro, every time without fail. And then one time I'm driving on the motorway, and then I see like this black thing. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And it always bang, hits my windshield, bro. Yeah. Fuck, I played chicken with a bat.
Oh, doesn't it piss you off how sacrificial they are when it comes to hitting windows? Birds and bats alike.
Because I've hit birds, I've hit kangaroos, you name it, bro. I've hit every wildlife in Australia.
You fucking
the one,
sucker.
Especially the kangaroo, really pissed me off because I actually stopped and tried to go slowly around it. He went, headbutts my car, and then fucked off the other way. And that's making people paranoid, going coronavirus, bats, and everyone's scared again. Blah blah blah.
That's another thing too. The timing's horrible.
Thank you for listening to another episode of No Grandmas Allowed. Make sure you look us up on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And you could listen to our episodes on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. So yeah, and make sure you subscribe. Don't just listen to it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And then you can follow Imran on Imran Batman, me on Jojo Noodle Snacks. No Grandmas Allowed. Check it out. Imran, see you next week.
Laters, brother.